Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural season of the All Nations Winnebago Public School, taking on Eagle Butte on a beautiful Friday afternoon. We're going to get started with the starting lineups. We appreciate the Eagle Butte schools and everybody for allowing us to come on up here to a beautiful countryside in the middle of South Dakota, about a 6-hour ride. And I know that the team headed out last night. I believe they stayed in Pierre, South Dakota, and they are pumped up. So we have a lot of firsts that are going to happen here today, folks. Those that are tuning in, this is going to be the first game ever played in the All Nations Conference League. And this season is a shortened season, but I know that there's some seniors that wanted to play this year, and they definitely have a lot to play for. They're going to be going through a series of about 5 games, and I believe right now they're going to go into the starting lineups. So we'll turn it over to the announcer here to give us the starting lineup.
Number 13, Ladanian Free. Number 23, Elijah Vargas. Number 28, Antrell Harlan. Number 38, Lucien Ducora. And number 68, Gabe Bassett. Head coach for the Indians is Adam James, assisted by Dusty Welsh, Adam Trammer, and Trevian Bear. Starting offense for the Shining Butte Braves, number 9, Hudson Nigel. Number 22, Aiden Sampson. Number 24, Adam Burnt. Number 25, Isaac Haffred. Number 50, Liam Veal. Number 55, Shaden Redbear. Number 56, Little Enu. Number 12, Kyler Red Dog. Number 21, Mackay Hollowhorn. Number 90, Mason Arpan. Number 31, Cadence Bartlett. And number 71, Jackson Garrell. Cheerleaders for the Braves, Summer Holzer, T.C. Lawrence, Sheridan Runs After, Ashlyn Jewett, Alacia Adams, and Jefferson Newbrow. Cheerleaders coached by Vanessa Whiteeyes. Braves coached by Larry Alwas. Head coach Les Log, or assistant coach Les Log.
All right, folks, who's ready for some football here? Eagle Butte, South Dakota. Kickoff coming your way. I believe they're going to do the coin toss, and the captains are going to come out. Beautiful day to have some football. The first game of the season, 2020-2021. And I know that in the fall season that a lot of the schools decided to cancel the football season, and they got together. A lot of the athletic directors got together to make sure that this happens, and the seniors especially. So looks like we have the captains going and meeting number 23 for Bago, number 2, number 68, and number 4. And then the captains for the Cheyenne Eagle Butte Braves. They're known as the Braves. Number 9, Hudson. We also have number 50, Liam. Number 24, Adam. Bert are the captains for Eagle Butte. Talking to Coach James here leading up to the game, there's it's kind of interesting that they're going to be playing 9-man in this. Winnebago Indians used to play a long time ago. I don't know if those viewing here used to remember, they used to play 8-man. And so I'm kind of excited to see what 9-man's going to bring. I know for a while there, when the Winnebago Public School went up a division, they ended up in 11-man. Then they came back down, and there's some news stories going on that there was some years that Winnebago would qualify for the playoffs but weren't eligible because they played down to 8-man. Well, this year they're going to have a playoff as well as a championship game. I believe that game is going to be played in Vermilion, South Dakota, or maybe SDSU. I'm not sure on that, but those details will be forthcoming. The Winnebago Indians will be in action next Friday. It's going to be their first home game. And so this is the start of the season. So we're going to have the very first historical all-nations kickoff. And we're going to find out what they're going to come out in, offensive and defensive. Coach James, I got to briefly talk to him over the phone, and he mentioned that the boys are really pumped up. And we want to send a shout-out to the Winnebago Tribal Council for helping us out. Coley Brown, Tori Kitchian, Lorelei Decor, all those guys. Rona, they all got together to make sure that we try to bring this stream to those folks that are watching from home. So if you have an opportunity, maybe share this stream, pull it up on your smart TV, and tell your fans and friends to come on out and watch some live action as we're going to get started with the first quarter. 12 minutes of 9-man football. Looks like Cheyenne Eagle Butte is going to be playing some Ironman football here, as when we refer to Ironman, that they're going to play both offense and defensive. I believe the Winnebago Indians have about 26 players out, 27 players out, and I know that some of them were on the injured reserve list. So here we go. Winnebago Indians, are you folks ready? Kickoff coming your way. The first ever for the Winnebago Indians football team. And they are pumped up, folks. Kickoff's up. About a good 15 yards, and number 64 of the Indians wisely jumps on it to call that play down. All right, here we go. We are going to look at first half here. We're going to look at the Winnebago Indians' offensive, see what they're going to run. I believe the QB is Mr. Caleb Carnes, who's a senior. Caleb comes by way of Homer. He used to play for Homer Knights, and here he transferred to Winnebago. And, of course, the Winnebago Indians, they had a great basketball season. The Lady Indians, want to send a shout-out to them, had a privilege and honor to call their games, and they made a pretty good run there, beating Malcolm and down at the state tournament, beat 2 number 1 teams. So congratulations to the Winnebago Lady Indians. And the fellas didn't do too well, but I know that they're a growing program in the basketball. And so here we go. First snap, Caleb under center. Looks like it's going to be an option. He runs it up the middle. Looks like he's still going. And finally brought down for a first down. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The first play, All Nations Conference, Winnebago Indians goes for about 20 yards. First down, Winnebago Indians. Good blocking there on the edge. Looks like when in the 9-man, you'll have a center, a couple guards, and then looks like they'll have 2 wide receivers off to the right, 1 to the left. Caleb is going to turn. It's an option. Number 28 runs it, and if he can turn that corner, he's going to make some runs. He gets about 5 yards on that play. Number 38, the running back. That's Lucian Decora.
Decora with the carry, being tackled by Adam Byrne.
He's a junior, 6 foot, 185. He's listed as a tight end. So his first carry comes away with some positive yardage for the Winnebago Indians. So the Winnebago Indians are kind of marching up the field here. They're on the other side of the. In the 9-man, it's 100 yards that they have to go. 8-man, I think that was kind of a shortened field, but they have to account for that 9th man. It's kind of interesting. Here goes Caleb Carnes, option right, and he turns the corner. It looks like he's going to get tackled, but he also has a first down out of bounds, probably around the 20. I want to say the 20-yard line. So this is the first ever red zone possession, ladies and gentlemen. When you get into the red zone, you got 20 yards to go.
Indians will take possession on the 20-yard line.
Hopefully we have maybe somebody that wants to sponsor the red zone. Any sponsors out there? Give a shout out to Mr. Matt May or Garen Coons. We'll get you hooked up. Here you go. Caleb can take the little reverse play. Looks like he has the corner, goes around. He has a blocker. And very close. He didn't get in there, but looks like he got about to the 2-yard line. 2-yard line. Good run there by the Indians. Their offensive is really kind of going all in the right direction here. So the wind conditions here, folks, are going to play a factor. I know that passing game might be a factor. I believe it's going to be kind of a northerly wind here. So if that ball gets up there, there might be a couple ducks that you might see. So we're going to find out. And keep in mind, this is the first game for the Winnebago Indians that they haven't played in the fall. So here we go. Handoff, number 24, right up the middle. And we got a touchdown. Winnebago Indians in for 6 right here at Eagle Butte, South Dakota. Looks like that's going to be Harlan for the first ever touchdown for your Winnebago Indians. See if the Indians are going to kick a point after play, or it looks like they're going to go for 2. Number 28 in the backfield. That's Antrell Harlan. Caleb with the call. Looks like it's going to be end sweep. Number 25 takes it. And that's Anthony Earth for 2. So there you go. Carnes. Good blocking by the offensive line. Harlan to punch it in, and then Anthony Earth for the 2 points. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So the Winnebago Indians with 10 minutes. Took them about 2 minutes to get into the end zone, and everything, I believe, Coach Adam James this year is the head coach and likes what he sees. So we're going to do a kickoff here, and we'll see what the Cheyenne Eagle Butte Braves have for their offense as they're coming out here. The first ever football game. All right, so we got about 74 people watching on YouTube. Like I said, if you want to share the screen. They're also showing this down at the Winnebago LED community screen, so if you folks want to go on down there and stuff, we appreciate manning that down there is Erica Dunn from Winnebago Insurance. We appreciate her help, and also Brandon Stout, IT, and the IT crew for having that up. The trip up here, the Crema crew for today, Gentry Saints here, lead operator. We also have my son, Onipa Coons, on the overhead cam, and directing the stream is Mr. Matt May. On the call is Mr. Garen Coons, and, oh, man, Winnebago Indians are getting after it. The kickoff goes for about a good, I want to call it maybe 30 yards there. A little shy of that, maybe 28 yards. And here we go. The defensive for your Winnebago Indians coming on out. Looks like we have Jarius Earth, Dustin Vargas, Caleb Carnes. We have Bernie Free, Vargas, and that's going to be Elijah Vargas, Harlan, Decora, and Gabe Bassett are all on the D line here. So let's see if they can get some stops. Right in the middle, playing nose guard is 68 Gabe Bassett. Here we go. First play gets past him, and then he gets tackled by Mr. 68. Austin Bale likes to call him Boogie. So big man Boogie is on the stat book with his first tackle. Looks like they got it from, call it about a yard maybe. Second down here for the Braves. In the backfield, let's see who we got for quarterback. Looks like they're going to run a kind of an I formation. So they'll have a fullback and then they'll have a running back. Here's the play. Hand off to, it's going to be an option to the quarterback. Going to the left side. He gets a first down. Runs for about a good 15, 16 yards. All right, we got kind of an injured player here, so referee timeout. Number 24 is going to, got a little shooken up on the play. That's Adam. So the first play, they got a good stop there, and then the second play, they had the fullback and the running back run through, and then the quarterback seen that they bid on that, and he just kind of took it out to the left side of the field. So the Indians, they got a couple wide receivers out to the left and out to the right. I formation for the Braves. Oh, there's a fumble. And it looks like still is a fumble. A lot of commotion going on out there. And there's a flag that enters. Number 3 of the Winnebago Indians comes away with the ball. See what the referee calls here. There's a fumble. And it looks like still is a fumble. This is the first game going on out there, and there's a flag. There might be a little nerves on both sides of the team, and I know that Adam James, Coach Adam James, talked about they only had about 3 weeks to get their offense put in and then work on their defense. So there might be a few flags and whatnot, but so far we are 9 minutes into the game with Winnebago Indians on the board with 8 points. Eagle Butte marching down the field. So the referees are still having a conference on what took place on that. It looked like it was a bad snap. The quarterback didn't quite get the snap. It ended up on the floor, and then one of the players picked it up and tried to pass it forward, and that might be illegal. Okay. All right, so it's second down. And still the Braves ball. All right, so folks, this is kind of a first for everybody here. This is the first for our communication stream here to stream a football game, so bear with us. And this is kind of my first time calling a football game as well. Kind of got in the groove of calling basketball, so if I use some basketball terms or if I mess up some last names or whatnot, we'll have a naming ceremony later on. Hey, no, I'm just playing. Okay. Here we go. Looks like another I formation. We have one wide receiver to the right and to the left. Looks like he's going to pass. He has a wide open number 12. Bobbles the ball and can't get it to go. Number 12 almost had his hands on it, and that's Kyler Red Dog. He's a junior, 5'6", 150 pounds. To the right and to the left as the running back. Looks like he's going to pass. He has a wide open number 12. Bobbles the ball and can't get it to go. Number 12 almost. All right. So that red zone is sponsored by Winnevegas Casino. And I know that my co-commentator for basketball, Mr. Austin Bale, is taking over-under bets and on the YouTube stream. So there you go. Oh, there's a fumble. I formation, Braves. And it looks like he's going to pass. Still is a fumble. Oh, a lot of interception by the Indians. He kind of telegraphed that pass. And number 23 of your Winnebago Indians comes away with it. That's Vargas for the pick. The Braves had a hand on it, couldn't reel it in. The ball goes up in the air, and the great concentration by Vargas to come down away with it. So Adam James, let's see if he capitalized on it, if he's going to run it or he's going to put it up in the air. Like I said, they have a nice – there's some showers here, folks, on the way up We ran into some heavy rain, and the field right now is not too wet, but you could see on their jerseys and stuff that north wind is coming over. So here we go. Carnes, number 4, hits his players. Oh, he takes down 2 defenders, and he gets positive yards. So Carnes lowers his head. Product of Mr. Rocky Carnes. Myself, we used to play back in the 1990 days, and Rocky was one of the star football players, and that's his son out there, QBing. Rocky served as a running back, and then also on defense he served as a linebacker. So we'll see here. We got looks like 2 to the right, and it's going to be an end around. Positive yards there, and he has an open field, number 11, with the Heisman move all the way to the goal line. Number 11 for you Winnebago Indians scores. That's Mr. Zayden Burney for the second score for the Winnebago Indians. Let's hear it for Zayden.
Zayden Burney with the touchdown.
It looks like we got another hurt player on the field for Eagle Butte. Winnebago Indians punch it in for 6 there. Nice play there that they haven't thrown the ball yet. All option plays as well as quarterback keepers. And that one, this was an end around. He took it up the field. He got some daylight and put on the Jets. Punch it in for 6. So good job there, Winnebago Indians. Another score. Looks like number 50 of the Braves got a little shooken up, and that's Liam. 6'4", 220. Hope to see him back in the game here. I know that kind of a shortened season, and they didn't get all the practices in. It's kind of hard to get a rhythm and everything for your football team when you only have 3 weeks to get everything ready. You got to keep in mind and see what happens in the fourth quarter, see if the boys are conditioned or not. So here we go. They're going to try it for a 2-point try. Carnes in the backfield. Number 11 takes the ball again. All right. So Zayden Burney, another, comes away with the 6 points and then adds another 2 on top. Guess you call that the cherry on top.
Again, reminder that for the CRST task force and the VIE schools, face masks are required, as is social distancing.
So we got about 8:14 left in the quarter. Still first quarter. (16-0) Eagle Butte. All right, looks like number 11 does it all here. He's going to do the kickoff as well. You might need a holder here that wins probably about a good maybe 20 miles, gust up to maybe 40 miles an hour. The gas mileage on the way up wasn't too great, so that good old South Dakota wind. Here we go. Burney scores 2 points with the extra point, and he's going to go for the kickoff. I think a nice, good kickoff there. Best one so far, but it's going to roll out of bounds, and that's a penalty. I think he hit that wind. Hits that wind, it kind of goes off the side there. So that's the first penalty, I believe, on the Indians, and that's going to be additional yardage for the starting offensive possession for the Cheyenne Braves. So for defensive on the line here, looks like Jarius, Caleb, Zayden, Elijah, Antral, Lucian, Desmond, Gabe. All right, we got our first timeout here. This is timeout by the Braves. So folks, next Friday, make sure you mark your calendar that the Winnebago Indians is going to be taking the field to Winnebago Stadium in Winnebago, Nebraska. Make sure you mark your calendars. I believe the start time for that one is at 6 p.m. I have to check with the coach on that, but be looking out for the announcements for that. We'll be on the call and on the stream for that. Also want to make mention that we congratulate the Winnebago Public Health Department for their awards that they won. As you know, folks, this week is Public Health Week, so we want to send them a shout out. I believe they were doing their virtual walk today at the Land of Wellness, so if you have an opportunity, make sure you talk to the health educators, Mr. Les Painter and Silas Cleveland, and they always have some kind of event. And if, folks, if you haven't received your COVID-19 vaccine, they're doing COVID-19 vaccine clinics on Wednesday, and then they also just started today what is known as the Johnson & Johnson. The actual term is Jensen, the one-shot COVID-19 vaccine is being offered today. So if you folks are interested in that, make sure you call the 12 Clans Unity Hospital or the Winnebago Public Health Department. Here we go. So the first play on after that turnover by Cheyenne Eagle Butte, they want to run it up the middle. Got about a good 3 yards on that possession. So number 68 is there. They're going to have to get past him, and the linebackers kind of flying around the field as well. Number 23, 28, and 11. And then your safeties, number 2. So here we go. We got I formation for the Braves. Looked like maybe they weren't on sync there for the offense. Flags come out, and it might have been a false start. Looks like it is.
We got a false start, I believe, against the Braves.
So the Braves on their first run there get 3 yards, and we're going to back them up 5, I believe. Now, the good thing about playing in the springtime is that they'll get about a month and a half break over the summertime, and then we'll head right back into the fall. There's going to be more teams in the All-Nation Conference, and I believe there's a series of, I want to say about 18, 19 teams that are going to be in that All-Nations. Not everybody played, and here we go. We got a sack on the field, our first sack of the year, and that's number 38. Decorah with his solo sack. All right, so hits the stat book and a sack for a loss. So the Braves are kind of heading in the wrong direction. And number 78 comes in for Boogie. 78 is going to be Walker. Walker's a big guy right there. And he's going to play the nose guard. So let's see if he can get some stops as well. It all kind of works together. You know, the linebackers have to take a look and see what's going to be happening. They did get a good look at with the quarterback running that sweep, so let's see if they've dialed that up. Looks like it's going to be a pass play. Oh, he catches it. And 3 Indian defenders are right on top of him. So, but a good about 7 yards. So he kind of comes up a little hobbling there. That's number 12. Yep, Kyler Red Dog with the catch and good 7 yards. So that's the first completion for the Cheyenne Eagle Butte Braves. Looks like number 90 is going to come in and number 12 is going to come off for the Braves and kind of catch his breath. All right. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. And way back there to, looks like to receive. They're going to do, yep, it's 4th down, so they're going to punt it. Got to watch the fake. Oh, bad snap. Still gets it away, though. Nice punt. And he gets the friendly roll right there. Number 3 lets it go. And it rolls for a good 20 yards. So good play, good recovery there by Cheyenne Eagle Butte to put Winnebago Indians back at their. And the wind blew over the markers there, so we're going to have to eyeball it. I know that the Winnebago Indians, they also got the track and field team in the works, and also the golf team is going to be taking the golf course here as well. So we wish them the best of luck. A lot of good things happening with the Winnebago Athletics program. Caleb Carnes under center. Shotgun. Snap back. He's going to look to pass here. Has all kind of daylight there. And he passes it. Can't get it to number 25, Anthony Earth. And him can't connect. But I like what I see on that one. A lot of protection for Caleb. And it looks like a flag comes out. All right. So, looks like the ref, the white hat here. He's going to give us the call. Looked like it was kind of in towards the quarterback area there on the Winnebago side, and we wasn't sure what transpired, but we'll try to figure it out here.
Unsportsmanlike against the Braves, 15-yard penalty.
Well, it looks like the announcer just said it's unsportsmanlike conduct by the Braves, 15-yard penalty, so that's good news for the Indians. That's going to bring them to a first down.
First 10 on the 40.
5 minutes left here. First quarter, so we got a lot of good action, folks. A lot of good action as the offensive line comes up to the ball. Caleb likes to do the shotgun here as the play caller calls it in. And hands it off right up the middle. Got some blockers and gets positive yardage. Number 28, Decorah. Oh, sorry about that. That's Harlan. Okay, so Harlan's a freshman, folks. He's 5'11", 220, and powered his way through there to get some positive yards for about 4 yards. Coach James did mention that his running back was a freshman and his quarterback was a senior. Has some experience. I believe Caleb Carnes went to the state playoff game with the Homer Knights, and so I believe that maybe it was the sophomore year. So here we go, Caleb with the carry. And he's still on his feet. He's going, and that's a good gain there by quarterback Carnes. So another kind of quarterback keeper to the right. Just sweeps it around. He does have an option to hand it off, and seen that the defense bit on that, and he just pulled that football down and ran around. So good play there, good play calling by the Winnebago offensive line. Caleb with the calls for the snap, hands it off here. A lot of room, straight forward, plows through, hits his defender. Oh, man, 28, and that is a running back right there. Oh, man, freshman. You guys going to have to give him a nickname on that run right there. He didn't shy away from that defender. He can, a lot of times they try to juke him out or anything like that. He took him right on and still probably got about, after that contact hit, another 3 yards off that. So, and folks, he's a freshman. Good run there, Harlan.
The ball is about 17-yard line. No, that's 13-yard line. Sorry.
All right, so shotgun formation. One running back, and we have 2 wide receivers. Looks like the wide receiver. Okay, this is going to be an option. Carnes has defenders. Gets brought down. Picks up about 8.
Carnes with enough yardage for the first down.
Because he has first down yardage, so good job there by Carnes. Good run there. Good blocking by the Winnebago Indians. 78 out there getting it for the Indians and doing some of those. Folks, you remember the football players that are watching and stuff, you know, used to drive that sled and do the up downs and whatnot. So all that's kind of come into fruition here today as out they come. And it looks like it's going to be shotgun again. Carnes, 1 running back, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Calls for the snap. 28 takes it up the middle. Gets stopped just short of the goal line. Caleb in shotgun formation. It's going to pass it. Oh, in and out of the hands of number 25. Couldn't quite get it. Anthony Earth almost had it. That would develop over the season. Just a quick pass there, and then he's in for another score. So a lot of different looks here given by the Winnebago Indians. They just don't keep it on the ground. They try to do a quick snap. Couple quarterback keepers. They also hand it off to their big running back there. Third down here. See if the Braves can get a stop. Out to the corner. If he could turn it, he got it. Number 28, Harlan for the touchdown. Just beats his man to the right there. Good blocking by the Indians, and just around there, spreading the defensive out, and was able to punch it in for another 6 points. A lot of good things happening in the All Nations Conference. Every game kind of important because I believe they're only going to play 5. They're going to take the top teams out of that, and they're going to play a semi-playoff round, and then they're going to go into the championship round. So a lot of good things happening here for the Winnebago Indians. Good to see. Caleb under center, or looks like it's going to be shotgun, And number 28 is going to go for another 2 points. These boys are having fun out here. So Harlan with some solid running here. That's kind of the story of the game. Got about a minute 26 left in the first quarter. The Winnebago Indians put up 24 points. Winnebago Indians have about 28 players out. Varsity team. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. All right, so we're talking about messing up the names and stuff like that, but we do have a name, and looks like it's Eugene that he said, call Harlan the Train. So, all right, dub the Train here. So he's earning his name. Looks like a short kick here by the Winnebago Indians, and Cheyenne Eagle Butte wisely covers up it, gets that. So they are on their 39-yard line. They'll start their offensive possession. Yeah, we were kind of a little worried that we would be streaming this game in the rain, but it cleared up. Still overcast up here in Eagle Butte, South Dakota with that wind as the temperatures are starting to rise just a hair. It's about 42, 44 degrees as the pass goes. And interception, Winnebago Indians, number 13 has some room. Interception by the defense. 13 might go all the way to the house. But there's a flag that came out. See what happens, and that's a highlight reel right there, number 13. Anticipation, and that is free. He is a... Yes. So we'll see what the call is. Okay, they announced that the ball will be brought back. It looks like a... So the interception's good, but during the run back, one of the Winnebago defenders, I wasn't sure, I didn't get the number who it was, did an illegal block in the back on when a Cheyenne Eagle Butte. It does happen. They get a little excited and stuff, and unfortunately they just bring it back. So will take off the 6 points for free, but the interception will still remain on his stat book. So good interception there. Way to anticipate that ball. That ball did get a little away because that wind is carrying that football. Like I said, about 25-mile-an-hour wind, constant, some gusts that happen throughout the game. So we have our offensive line out here doing a great job, allowing the train to work through that defense. And Carnes also has some blockers out front. Him and Earth been trying to link up, and we'll see what happens on this possession. So Earth out to the left, and then 2 wide receivers out to the right. Carnes in shotgun formation. He's going to give it to the train. All right. So Cheyenne Eagle Butte getting a little fired up on defense. They finally kind of try to put their foot down here, and didn't really like the taste of the mouth of the interception, so they got a good stop there. So no yardage on the gain for the carry. Winnebago Indians have a brand new bus, folks. Check that out. Winnebago Indians, it's in the background. Oh, smokes, man. Looks like one of those semi-limousine buses and stuff, riding in style. So they come up here comfortable. I believe they stayed at the Holiday Inn last night, so we're going to play that theme song later on. Carnes with the carry. Plows his way. Gets himself another 10 yards. So Carnes just kind of doing it all here. The play caller for the Indians. During warm-ups, got to go down there and film a little bit. The boys warming up, and, man, they were pumped up. Jarius Bass is telling his team to get really pumped up. And all right, folks, we are end of quarter, first quarter in the books for the historical first season in the All-Nation Conference for the Winnebago Indians. This is history in the making, and we will also want to kind of reiterate that the Winnebago Tribal Council kind of sponsored today's stream, so we really appreciate them always trying to support the Winnebago athletics and as well as the education of the Winnebago community members. So we want to thank them, and shout out to the Winnebago Tribal Council for making this possible, allowing us to come on up here and bring this to the families back at home. We're still in a pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, and I know not everybody got to make the trip up here. I do see some Winnebago faithful that did come up, Corey Cleveland and some other, I think John Smith, and they're down here, and it's not really the sunniest day, so still kind of, you gotta wear your stocking cap weather. See if Gentry can get a shot of the audience there, Matt. Oh, we got some highlights, first quarter highlights. There we go. So here you go, Carnes. Some good positive yardage as he just scrambles the field there. Takes that round, gets some good yardage there. And there's the train heading down just like a freight train. Not afraid to take on the defenders. Smokes. And Carnes with another run. Takes a good look. Carnes has some fast feet there. And great vision by Carnes to kind of look at the field and see what the options can take, what the defense gives him. Another run there, and that's when they punch it in to your first quarter score. And the Indians so far had made every 2-point attempt. So I wonder if they're going to be trying to use the 1-point version. So for those folks that don't know, when you score a point, you get extra points. You can go for 2 points, which you have to run the ball, or you can kick it into the field goal, and that's worth 1 point. So we did have some good highlights there, and unfortunately that one was taken off the stat book, but it did look good. And then here's Carnes just taking on 3 defenders of the Cheyenne Eagle Butte, just not afraid to put his shoulder down and get after it. All right, so here we go. Second quarter action, 12 minutes. Caleb with the option, and he has some room, and he's still going. Number 3 turns on the Jets for 6. That is Destin Vargas, one of the sophomores for the Winnebago football team players. Good job. Good running there. Nice option pitch there by Carnes to Vargas, and in for 6. Winnebago Indians firing on all cylinders, ladies and gentlemen. That was a good run for, I want to say, probably a good 45 yards. That play there. So as the Carnes is going to get the play. Checks it over on his arm. On his arm, he has the play calls. And here they come into formation. Looks like they're going to be in shotgun. Carnes pitches it off, and right up the middle, number 3, Vargas. Vargas, so he gets the touchdown, Vargas does, and then it seems like kind of a common theme here. The coaches let him clean it up for the extra 2 points as well. So some more stats here. 32 points put up so far by the Winnebago Indians, and we're still in the first half. I believe in 2020 they didn't have a championship game, but in 2019, Lower Grove Sioux, United States Coast Creek were in that championship game at the USD Dakota Dome, and it was a high-scoring game. And so Winnebago Indians, as you know, are known in kind of South Dakota by their Lakota Nation Invitational basketball tournament. And so they haven't played a lot of the South Dakota teams in football. So we're going to see what happens this year. We invite you folks to kind of follow them along, parents, and I know that family and friends, as well as fans of the Winnebago Indians, this could be big for the Winnebago Indian football team. Here we go, kickoff. Bernie lines it up. Referee calls the play, ready to go. Bernie kickoff, and it's going to go for about a good, I would call it about 35 yards. So we'll see what happens, folks. 32 points put up so far, and man, this offensive machine is rolling for the Winnebago Indians, as well as defensive. Still a goose egg there for Cheyenne Eagle Butte. I know that they're trying to figure it out. They did have some success with that quarterback run around, and see if they dial that up. 2 picks so far for their quarterback, and we'll see what they come out with. See if they keep it on the ground, as it looks like they're going to have a lot of people in the backfield. Only 2 guards and a center up there. They have a wide receiver out to the right and to the left. Quarterback wants to make sure he has the right play. Under center, calls it, and he goes right up the middle.
Samson keeps the ball, runs up the middle for about 3 yards.
All right, second down here for the Eagle Butte. Eagle Butte, known as the Braves. All right, we got some names here, folks, so help me out here. But number 11 is Dano. Anthony Earth is Ace. All right, I like that name. It's number 22. Oh, right into the arms of number 2. To the house. Looks like number 2 is going to, then there's no flags on that play there, so he's going to get an interception as well. That is your first pick 6 of the Winnebago Indians' inaugural season of the All Nations team. Number 2 takes it to the house, and that's Jarius Earth. He's a senior. Anticipation. So another defensive and offense. Man, they are clicking here today. So let's see if Austin Bales the over-under if this play goes to number 2. So 9-man football. back in my days, back in the heydays. But the Winnebago Indians, there's a lot of players out there that love to play football. I know that we even send some of the tribal members that used to play for Winnebago down to the Huskers, and they played for them. And so looks like we have good things. But back in the 8-man days, they used to have the 45-point rule, and then they would just run the clock. I'm not sure about 9-man. I'm still trying to get familiar with all the rules and regulations of that. But there you go. There's a little. The Winnebago Indians are going to do a little dance there, so good job by them.
Reminder to promote safety and reduce chances of transmission of coronavirus.
So we're going to line up for the
Personnel for both teams.
kickoff.
Both teams.
Want to send a shout out to Winnebago. Winnebago also sponsors a lot of the high school athletic events. They helped us out with when the girls went down to the state basketball tournament. They are celebrating. We want to send a congratulations to them as well. Them and the staff are celebrating their anniversary for the month of April. I believe it's going to be, let's see here, what is it? I want to say 28 or 29 years. Maybe folks, if you can help me out there on YouTube land. But I know April, the month of April, is their anniversary. And they have a lot of promotions that are going to be happening for the month of. I think they have like a big wheel spin. It's like $500,000 big wheel spin that's going to take place every Saturday. So you could win that. So Winnebago, appreciate you as the kickoff goes. And that's a great kickoff there. Number 11, known as a touchback. So Bernie's dialing it in.
Braves will take over the 25-yard line.
So when it's a touchback, they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. That's where the Cheyenne Eagle Butte. A lot of them there are playing what is known as kind of Ironman football. They don't really get a rest. They have to go in and out there. We used to play that in 8-man. Had a couple of subs, but majority of the time you just kind of stayed on the field for. In the power world, they call it all-around category. You'd have to dance traditional fancy grass. So these guys are playing defense and offensive, as well as the kickoff team, punt team, return team. So here comes the Braves. Right up the middle, falls down, and it looks like a good tackle there. And in the backfield, that's number 88 with a solo tackle. Got the trip up, tracked down the ball, and that's Robinson. Jamison Robinson gets a tackle here. So when the offense runs a play, the clock runs, but if they pass it and it's incomplete, the play clock stops. So the play clock is running right now, 10 minutes left in the half. Pass, number 22 airs it out. Couldn't quite connect. Quarterback Aiden Sampson. Now he's kind of facing that wind, but the wind is starting to tone down a little bit, maybe a couple MPHs. Looks like Sampson, number 22 quarterback's going to go under center. I formation for the Braves. Going to hand it off and runs into his own man and gets met in the backfield by a number 88 as well as assistance by number 55. Good tackling there. Good way to track the ball. And number 55 is Desmond Wolf. So they tracked the ball and they got that offensive player to hit his knee on the ground, and some good tackling so far by the Winnebago Indians. Not allowing any points so far. Not a lot of yardage either for I formation. Quick handoff and 3 defenders. Number 64 comes away with the tackle finishes it off, and that's Caden Kennedy, one of our freshman players from the Winnebago Public School. Caden Kennedy is where's number 64? Offensive line. Looks like it's going to bring up, oh, that was a turnover and downs. All right. Winnebago Indians look like they're keeping their players fresh. They have a whole new set coming in for their defensive as well as offense. And the Braves are going to go on to defense there, so couldn't quite get it done in four plays there, so they turn it over on downs to, and here comes your Winnebago Indians offense. Carnes is going to get the play call. Carnes in shotgun look here with the train in the backfield. He'll get it. Harlan on the move. Nice stiff arm. Gets around the corner. Oh, man. The defender had a beat on him and just kind of pushes him off. Kind of looked like Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans there. That's what it's all about right there. I'm pretty sure like a lot of the linemen are really appreciating his running as well as the running backs as well. Our running back was Chuck Frazier as well as Mr. We used to call him the Jet. Used to be our running backs and had a good time playing 8-man. I guess in 9-man there's usually just kind of a 8-man setup, but there's one guy out there that is kind of, you have to make sure you account for him. So as you can see in this case in point, they got number 2 split out way right of the field. Touchdown there, right down the middle. Handoff by Carnes to, I want to say that's, I didn't catch who that was here. Matt, can you replay that guy? Just right up the middle. Okay, that's Robinson. Yeah. All right. So Robinson did some good defensive work and then gets rewarded by Coach James to get the call right up the middle. All right. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Kind of getting, and I would say the Indians are in a great rhythm. Number 2, they have a wide receiver out to the right, to the left, shotgun formation. Carnes gets it, number 30. And the Braves get a stop. So number 30 couldn't quite punch it in for 2 points, but they come away with 6 points by, that was Robinson. So number 30, Miller, tried to go for the 2 points, but couldn't quite get it. 8 minutes, 44 seconds. We got 44 points put on the board by the Winnebago Indians. Yeah, I believe on Monday we kind of called around. Mr. Coley Brown, Councilman Coley Brown, asked if we can stream it down at the screen down there. So we called up here to the wonderful folks of the school, Cheyenne Eagle Butte, and talked to their IT people and see if they were able to offer a stream. And they're not quite set up to offer a stream, so we kind of said, hey, this is going to be the first game for Winnebago Public School. Why don't we just take the crew up there and cover it? And we made it possible. So kind of got a short notice, but everything worked out as the kickoff goes to the Braves. And he falls on it. But the Indians, I think that's what they want right there. They backed them up all the way to, I want to say, their single-digit yard line. Looks like it's going to be about their 8-yard line. So last time was pick 6, and then the Braves had a turnover on downs. They couldn't quite get out of their end zone area, and so that's because of the strong defense by the Winnebago Indians. Robinson had some good tackles on that one, so we'll see what the defensive coordinator calls up. So appreciate the coaches, Dusty Welsh, Adam Tramner, Trayvon Bear, and then we also have our managers, Gary Earth, Armel. So number 21 carries it, and that's going to be Cassius Carnes, right up the middle. Got second down there. Good yardage. I'm going to call it about 2 yards. His first carry. Clock running, 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Matt, are we going to reboot for halftime, or we're just going to leave it up? Okay. Just kind of FYI, I'm not even sure how long the halftime is, but we might kind of hiccup the stream here. So make sure you join us for the second half of the game as Winnebago Indians defensive are going to go into that. Take a look there. Looks like offsides. Sampson, the quarterback for Eagle Butte, had the right idea, and I don't think everybody was on the same page. Did get the Winnebago Indians to jump, but I believe one of his wide receivers took off running. So they're going to back up here. Okay, and we have a timeout. So timeout called by the Braves. Pretty good. So give us a chance to talk about some things that are happening in the Winnebago community. As you know, public health week are happening this week. They had clinics on Wednesday, and then also a clinic for today for the Johnson & Johnson shot. Make sure you folks get your vaccine. We had the live stream update last night. That was, if you have a chance, go to the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page and take a look. A lot of the good discussion that happened by the health officials, as well as we had entities from Winnebago's, Little Priest, HCI, and our chairwoman, Kitchian, on there to answer some of the questions that some of the viewers had regarding like powwow, if it's going to happen. Also, there's another wave of kind of funding that's happening, American Rescue Plan. So check that out if you have an opportunity and see what they have to say so you're well informed, as this is going to be another possession here by the Braves. Sampson under center, passes it out, and the running back gets to corner. Nice running there by the Braves, and I think he's going to get first down. All right, so a little spark here for the Braves. And the Winnebago Indians, that quarterback run that sweep earlier, kind of got the edge on the Winnebago Indians, and that's something that they're pretty tough in the middle. They haven't allowed a lot of yardage in the middle area, but when they turn that corner, that's where the speed comes in for the defense, and they are allowing a few yards and stuff, so we'll see what happens. See if they, maybe Winnebago Indians call for some adjustments during halftime. So far, so good, though. Sampson under center. I formation. Goes to the running back. Gets met in the middle. All right. And with that tackle is number 72 of the Winnebago Indians. And that's Prosper Blackhawk. Comes away with the tackle. Sampson under center, I formation, pitch to the running back. Ooh. 72 is over there to help him out. So brought down defensive play by number, I think that's number 25. Let's see here. No, 35. Yep, number 35 is Darius Frazier. 72, Prosper Blackhawk. Back-to-back tackles. So we got third down. They got about, I want to say about 6-7 yards to go. Clock's running, 4:30 left in the half till halftime. Sampson under center for the QB under center. I formation, a little twitch there. Might be, no, they're going to let him play. Thought that was a false start. Out to the outside, and Winnebago Indians defense comes up big again. Looks like that number 20. Robles gets a tackle out there. Good way to spread it out there and get that edge. Comes down with the tackle. So good job. Fourth down here. So let's see what the Braves are going to punt it, or if they're going to try to go and get the extra yardage. They need about 6 yards, folks. 6 yards here to see if they can get some points before the halftime. 3:30 left in the half. Looks like they got a wide receiver out to the left and a wide receiver out to the right. It's going to be I formation with the quarterback under center. Here comes the play. Fakes the option. Fumble. Oh, looks like Winnebago Indians fall on the ball. 72. That is Mr. Prosper Blackhawk with the fumble. So the Indian defenders couldn't quite get that play. The Indian defenders wouldn't let Cheyenne Eagle Butte develop that play. Knock it out of the quarterback's hands, and it falls to the ground. And that is a fumble recovery for the Winnebago Indians. Good defensive possession by the Indians. All right, so here we go. Looks like Karn's coming out. He's going to join his team, call the play. To be honest, folks, I thought I was going to be seeing some simple kind of dive plays right up the middle. But the Winnebago Indians, they really did their homework. And, with 3 weeks' notice, they got their play calls. And it's kind of a all-around, just well-rounded, fun team to watch here. Karns works it around. He has some daylight, hits at the edge, and in for a score. Your senior, Caleb Karns, in for 6. 50 points put on the board by the Winnebago Indians in the first half. Like I said, I just kind of seen just right up the middle, a great running back that the Winnebago Indians have. A quarterback just sees the vision, and just a great play, or just to head around and get that in for the Winnebago Indians. So that was a turnover by the Cheyenne Eagle Butte to fumble it. Blackhawk got the fumble recovery, and then Karns on the first play dials it up, punches it in. So we're going to see who's going to get the call for the 2 points. Here they come. It's going to be shotgun formation by the Indians. Got to give kudos to that center for the Indians for doing a lot of good snaps. There's the snap, and it's going to be ended around to number 11. He has some daylight. Kind of a misdirection play that works for the Indians, and that's Zayden Burney. Got to see Zayden work in the basketball court, and we get to see him on the football field now. So he's one of the juniors, 5'8", 140. Kind of works everything. Also plays defense. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the half. We're going to halftime here, and everything's working right for the Winnebago Indians so far. So good. Like what I see, and believe the Winnebago faithful like what they see as well. So kind of already looking forward to the next game that's going to take place next Friday, as the Indians will host one of the South Dakota teams that come on down. The All Nations Conference houses our host teams from South Dakota. Majority of them come from South Dakota, but there's also some teams from North Dakota, and then there's 2 Nebraska teams, and that's your Winnebago Indians as well as the Omaha Nation. I believe Omaha Nation is going to be in action later on tonight. I think they're taking on Teoshpizina. Looks like it's going to be a look like an onside kick there. It goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty on the Indians. All right, so Cheyenne Eagle Butte. A lot of turnovers so far by Cheyenne, but probably across the league, there's going to be a lot of kind of working. They'll probably review the tape and make sure that they get firing on all cylinders and stuff. But they do have some good running backs, as well as the quarterback. Seems like he's pretty smart and can get the job done as well. So I'll see what they dial up. But Winnebago Indians defenders are causing all kind of problems. Got to get that play set up pretty fast because the Indians are in the backfield, and then they also cover pretty well. So a couple picks there by interceptions by the Indians, and looks like we are going to move it up a couple yards for the Braves. So they're going to start at their 44-yard line. Under center, Sampson, I formation, pitches out to the running back, hits the edge, got a first down, and continuing on, 3 defenders bring them down. Winnebago Indians looks like number 30 or 64 and 55 on the tackle. And that's Kennedy and Wolf bring down the running back. So we get a little peek of the sun. The sun kind of coming out a little bit, kind of here and there, but still overcast here at Eagle Butte land, home of the, I believe we're on the Cheyenne River Reservation. Sampson's going to be under center, I formation, with a wide receiver out to the right and 1 to the left. Oh, it looks like false start there. I can't blame them. Sometimes wearing those helmets and that little opening for the ear kind of can get some howling in there and stuff. So sometimes that does happen. A little miscommunication there by the Eagle Braves. So they go back 5 yards. I think the Winnebago Indians are eyeing that 0 to stay up there on the board for the Braves. Try not to allow anything to happen there as the quarterback sweeper, number 30, nice tackle, open field tackle. And number 30 is Bryson Miller. Takes down Sampson, their quarterback. He got about 6 yards on the run. Braves wear the kind of the Philadelphia Sixers colors with the teal turquoise with the red white trim around the lettering. It's a 100-yard field here that both teams are working with. Sampson under center, I formation. Calls it out. Hands it off to his running back, number 21. Gets hit by number 55. Good hit there. And brought down the assist by number 21, Carnes. So if the Braves want to do something, they got about 45 seconds to work with here until they head to halftime. I'm not sure if they're aware of the clock, but they seem to make some positive plays here, getting some positive yardage to end the half. 30 seconds. Quarterback scans the field, see what the defense is lined up in. I formation. quarterback keeper right up the middle and gets met by number 55 and 30. Miller and Wolf team up once again. Timeout called by the Braves. I believe that's their last timeout. And we have third down and call it inches. Oh, sorry about that. Looks like it's going to be... So I believe this will probably be the last play of the half. They got 10 seconds on the board, unless they get something really fast. But maybe the coach is going to call a little trick play here. Stand by and we'll find out what's going to happen. It looks like they're going to come out in their regular set with one wide receiver to the right and one to the left. I formation, fullback and a running back in that I formation. Sampson under center of the quarterback. Grabs it, sweeps it. As advertised, kind of a sweep end around, and gets met back for a tackle for the loss by number 55. Number 55, Desmond Wolf gets another tackle on that. So, and there's 3.6 seconds left for the Indians to work with. It's good to see both teams showing that sportsmanship. Desmond Wolf kind of helped that after he got the tackle, helped him up, and it's good to see the coaches allow him to have some fun, kind of calling some trick plays and trying different schemes just to try to figure it out. This is the first game of the season, and usually be playing in the fall season, but this is kind of like the weather, the October weather, the end of October weather, kind of November weather. All right, so here we go. Carnes in shotgun formation gets it, and he takes a knee. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 52 halftime. Your Winnebago Indians. Let's hear it from. Give them a honk, give them a wave, give them a high five, give them a like. Share the YouTube stream, and we'll be back here in after halftime. I believe halftime's. Oh, okay. So we got Mercy Rule. Okay, so Mercy Rule. I'm not sure what Mercy Rule is, but okay, that's game. All right, so folks, I thought we were going to go into halftime, but they said that's the Mercy Rule. 52 points put up on the board, and that is your game. So 2 quarters of action for the Winnebago Indians. They made the trip up here to Eagle Butte and come away victorious. So thanks everybody that helped us on out. And we got some replays here. We got 52 points to go through, so check them on out, folks. Winnebago Indians victorious, and they were just all over the field. Defensive working hard, good solo tackling by everybody, and some good running there. Like I said, there's kind of some misdirections, some options, a couple pass plays, and they got it done by this trip. So we want to thank everybody and enjoy the replays, and we'll see you folks on Friday. Come check these Winnebago Indian boys out. First time playing in the All Nations Football League. Thank you, folks. Want to thank the camera crew, Gentry Saints here, Onipa Coons. Also want to thank Mr. Matt May and yours truly, Garen Coons.